What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live Show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all my new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated. Will the pain ever go away? Please let me know, right? Look, man, tough loss for them boys. Down in the Big Easy to New Orleans Saints, 26-14. The Giants were winning this game 14-6, and the Saints run off 20 straight points, 5 turnovers by the Giants, 4 of those turnovers leading to 13 points, and that pretty much was the ball game. Rondo, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Big Task, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Listen, when it rains, it pours. When it rains, it pours. You know, here's the situation, right? It's a lot of people to blame, but sometimes it's just a domino effect. The first thing I'm going to say is this. The first drive was exciting. It truly was. It was something that, we were happy to see. It was, Giants getting down there, Jackson Dart throwing his first NFL touchdown pass to Theo Johnson, Penn State guy. Then Giants get a stop. They get the ball back. Same thing. Go down, score. Theo Johnson. Looked like the Giants were going to have a very good day. But the reality of the situation is this, right? What happens with most defenses in the NFL, right? Because once again, these defensive coordinators are top tier. These guys are like super smart, man, when it comes to defensive schemes and to see exactly what you're doing and what you can do and what you can't do. And the reality of it was that this is Jackson Dart's second game. Teams are still trying to figure out what the Giants are trying to do. And what they realized was that the Giants are running a 12 personnel. If you guys don't know what a 12 personnel is, that's with 2 tight ends and 1 tailback. 1 being 1 running back, 2 being 2 tight ends, 1 and 2. So 12 personnel. That's what the Giants are running because they don't have a threat on the outside as a wide receiver. No one that we can, puts fear in anybody's heart, right? So, like a Darius Slayton, right? So, Khaled Passion, what's going on, man? Long time no see, man. Hope all is well. Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. Tough loss for them boys. To the New Orleans Saints, 26-14. The Giants go down and are currently 1-4 on the season. Jackson Dart, 26 for 40 from on the day. 202 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 INTs. So what happens is you run into a situation where you don't have a threat on the outside, right? And that's what keeps defenses honest. So losing Neighbors was way bigger than what we can ever imagine. Because now what it does is it shows that we can't run anything. Slayton is not even a wide receiver 2. He's maybe a wide receiver 4. That's just the truth. He drops passes left and right. I'm gonna talk about him in a second. Wan'Dale Robinson is like, what is he, 2 feet tall, right? So once again, there's nobody out there that you're afraid of. Jalen Hyatt, forget about it. Bo Collins, forget about it, right? So there's no threat. So now the defensive coordinator for the Saints says, we have nobody to fear on the outside. So this is the cover we're going to run. We're going to run this cover, and we're going to watch the tight ends because those are his weapons and scattable. And then what happened is self-inflicted wounds. To me, the biggest play of the game, people are going to say it's the turnovers. No. It's Slayton dropping those passes. To me, those are the biggest plays of the game. The first pass that Jackson Dart threw to him, it was between 2 defenders. It hit Slayton right in the hands. He dropped it. It's typical him. He can never come up with a big catch. If you don't put it in his hands and you don't hand it off to him, he's not catching it. He doesn't contest catches, nothing. He's had a problem with drops his whole career with the Giants. And then it was that flea flicker. Yes, Jackson Dart should have led him a bit. But guys, sometimes in the league, a quarterback's not going to throw a perfect pass. You being a legit wide receiver, too, you should say, oh, wow, the ball is short. Let me readjust. Let me jump and catch the ball at its highest point. Not wait for the ball to come to me, slow down and try to catch it. No, you got to stop. You got to judge the ball appropriately. You got to stop, and it's a jump ball at this time. He's falling back trying to catch it in his chest instead of high pointing the ball and catching it up here. Come on, you do this in the backyard playing football. It's easy. But he didn't do that. Boom. And then after that, we're driving. I thought the defense played well today, guys. People are going to say, Elvie, you bugging. Listen, man, they only held them to 13 points. The other 13 was because of turnovers, which the Giants committed 5 of them. The defense, come on, you can't continue to ask your defense to save you, and you just turn the ball over. So the first turnover was major because the Giants stopped them to where it was 14-13. The Giants had a minute and 30 going into the half, driving to try to score or maybe kick a field goal. He gives a slant to Slayton, and what does Slayton do? Fumble the ball. That's opened up the floodgates after that. It opened up the floodgates. It's no Malik Neighbors. My guy, you're the wide receiver one right now. That's your job. You're the wide receiver 1. And then at the end of the game, they're talking about he's not coming back in the game because he's got a hamstring problem. Yeah, okay, I bet he does. He folded up, man. He folded up today. He folded up and he didn't play well. And, I think he's a good player. I think he might be an average player, but he's not an elite guy. He's not even close to being elite. He's not even a second-tier elite guy. So we've been asking Slayton to be more than what he really is. So now I don't even blame him. Start to look at management and guys up top like Joe Shane. You got to be able to identify who this guy is. He's not even a second option. He might be a 4th option on most teams. I mean, that's just the type of guy he is. He doesn't get open, right? So he doesn't put fear in the defense. So now they can run all type of schemes to where everybody's covered. Jackson Dart can't throw to nobody. That's where you saw the picks coming towards the end of the game. Because he's trying to make something happen, man, with whatever he has. He has nobody to throw to. Nobody. Bo Collins is an undrafted rookie, man. Once again, Wan'Dale Robinson, it'll be awesome if he had his speed like Cheetah, but he doesn't. So really, what is Wan'Dale really good for? He's too small, man. He's little. So he can't really get open. And I just told you about Slayton. So who does Jackson Dart have to get the throw to, man? The tight ends. They're covering the tight ends. They're covering the tight ends. So what is the kid supposed to do? And once again, it opened the floodgates. He had a little fumble there where he kind of tried to do a little bit too much and it dropped. It happens, man. He's a rookie. It's okay. Cam Scatterbull fumbled. It happens. He's a rookie. I'm not even mad at those guys for that. It happens. You're going to turn the ball over sometimes. But it's key things from your leaders like Slayton that have to step up in moments like this when you have your young quarterback. It's going to be a rough season, man. I thought the Giants were going to be able to kind of, but now these defensive coordinators are starting to scheme and realize they're limited. They can't do anything. That Neighbors injury was huge for the Giants. That was bigger than the Giants starting off 0-3. That was major because now they can't really do anything offensively because they have no threat. They have nobody that they're afraid of on the outside, which then can open up the playbook and the offense for them to kind of do whatever they can do because you got to watch for Slayton. You got to watch for Neighbors. I mean, that's just the truth of the matter, man. And then, hey, man, look, it's once again, when it rains, it pours. And then, listen, man, I don't know what they're going to do with Banks. I don't know, but, Giants had a really good stand right there. And then he gets a pass interference call. Like he's getting to the point where Banks is kind of unplayable. And I like Banks, man. I think he was a good player, but I think he fits certain schemes. I don't think he fits the scheme. He fits more of what Wink wanted to do. Remember, that was a Wink guy. Wink wanted to draft Deontay Banks in the first round. So that he's more of a Wink guy. He's not a Shane Bowen guy. And so these last 2 years, you've seen a crazy decline in what he is as a player. I mean, he's just a shell of himself of what he was his first year. The confidence is gone. You can see it. The kid can play football. I mean, he went to Maryland. He was, top pick. He's fast. He runs a 4.3 40. He's a strong kid. He can come up and hit and tackle. So he knows how to play the game, but you can see his confidence is gone. It's gone. So I don't know. He's I don't want to say he's unplayable, but it's really hard to play a guy like that just doesn't really believe in himself anymore. You could see it. You could see it when he's out there. He's overthinking everything, and he's just every time he just is always making bad plays. And then Tyler Nubin struggles again. Like Tyler Nubin's taking wrong angles. Perfect example. When they threw that touchdown pass, that bomb, Tyler Nubin made a huge mistake. Number one, I want to say they were in a cover two. I want to say that. I could be wrong. Please correct me. But the kid ran out. So he ran straight down. He was running a go route. Then he ran a post to the outside. Nubin should know I have inside help from Holland. I have inside help. There's no need for me to turn my hips to go inside. There's no reason for that because I have inside help. So that's when you release him to Holland. You don't go with him because you got an area to cover. Tyler Nubin turned his hips inside. The kid went right outside. Game over after that. That's like paying attention to detail. Little things like that. Right? And so, Nubin is, I like Nubin. I like Nubin. But little things like that, he's kind of made some bad decisions on, right? Just little things like that have really impacted because of his choices, there's been a lot of big plays that's been had on him because of certain things that he just makes really bad choices with. Right. But, but that's not really lost us the game, though. You know what I mean? It's not because I thought the defense was great. I don't think the pass rush was good, but I thought like I said, we were only able to kind of hold them at 13 points. I thought we got them off the field and got stops when we needed it. But you can't continue to turn the ball over. You just can't. But I think we turn the ball over. Because guys are pressing. Dart is no one's getting open. No one's getting open downfield. And what the defensive coordinator realizes they're limited. The Giants are limited. They can't do certain things because they don't have the weapons on the outside. It's easy for most of these guys. And so that's why I'm saying that Neighbors injury was huge for the Giants. Huge. All right, man, let me reset the room, man. I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me, man, on this Sunday. Tough loss for them boys in the Big Easy. 26-14, Giants go down. Brian Burns, 3 tackles, 1 tackle for a loss. Cam Scatterbo had, I believe, 10 rushes for 59 yards. Make sure I got that correct. 15 carries actually for 59 yards. So yeah, man. So it's tough, man. It's really, really tough. I don't know. A lot of people are gonna say fire Dable. But I don't think this is on Dable, man. I don't think this is on Dable. I think he's playing with what he has. Once again, Dable was the one that said he wanted, he wanted Dart. This is who he wanted. This is his quarterback. This is who he wanted. And he wanted to get a chance to coach up his quarterback. And listen, Dart is it. He's the goods. If you guys didn't see it in this game, he's the goods. Listen, you just got to give him weapons. You give him weapons, he's going to tear this league up. You see the decisions he makes in the pocket. He's trying to run up. They can't really sack him. That 120-yard run was beautiful. The way he slid in that pocket and ran right up. You give him weapons, he's going to be dangerous, man. Dangerous. But he can't do anything and throw to anybody if there's nobody to throw to. Rondo, what's going on, man? He said, did we have any sacks? No sacks today. No sacks at all. They were getting the ball out really quick today. Rondo, they ran a certain type of offense to where it was really hard to get some pressure on him. And they were doing max protections too. So they were making sure they had an extra back there, extra person to give him a little bit of time. And he was doing a lot of rollouts too. But the Giants defense played good, Rondo. I thought they played good. They only gave up 13 points, man. 13 points. A lot of field goals. The Giants defense, and they stopped him going into the second half where he kicked the field goal and he missed it. That's the Giants defense holding. When it was a turnover, they turned the ball over. I think it was Jackson Dart's turnover. The Giant defense held them. No, excuse me. It was Slayton's turnover. The Giants defense held them to a field goal. And then that Scatterable fumble was the backbreaker, because you see it right now. It's 26, right? That's 7 points, right? So what's 26 from 7? What's that? 19? It's 19, right? Correct. So you take away that scoop score, because we were about to score there, which would have made the score 21 and 19. Scatterable fumbles. They scoop it and run it about 80 yards. That's the ball game right there. That's the ball game. We had opportunities to score again, guys. We had opportunities to score again. That's the ball game. That's the ball game that we could have got, but that you turn that ball over right there. So look how close we were to win, guys. But you can't win if you have 5 turnovers on the road. That can't happen. It just can't. Usually I have highlights, man. No highlights today, man. LV was tight, man. LV was tight. All right, let me go and let's bring up Brian Dable, man. I don't think this is on Dable, man. I know a lot of people are going to say LVU plugin, man, but I don't think this is on Dable, man. I don't. He's not the one fumbling, man. He's not the one doing this. He's not the one, making. I'm listening to Jackson Dart too. You know what I'm saying? But it's not on Jackson Dart either. Let me fix this here for you guys. Give me 1 second, man. Appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me today on this Sunday. I think the Yankees playing right now. What's the score of the Yankees game, man? Somebody give me the score of the Yankees game. Need some positivity here. I think Dave will try to do the best he can with the pieces he has. Right? And it's just not easy, man. When you don't have an alpha dog out on the outside, man. That's really, really difficult. That's difficult to do in this league, man. It's difficult to do in this league when you don't have an alpha dog out there that can score. You know what I'm saying? That really puts what's going on here? That really puts pressure on the defense. If you don't have an alpha dog out there, it's easy for those guys to tee off on you, man. Easy. All right, make sure the volume was up here. Let's listen to Dable, man. Let's listen to what he has to say. Tough game today, man. Tough game, tough loss.
Credit the Saints. Hard to win when you turn the ball over 5 times, and it was 5 consecutive drives. Missed a couple opportunities offensively on a flea flicker and a post, which I thought could have changed it after the start of the game. Defensively, we did a good job in the run game. Gave up that big play to 22, which was a huge play for us. So can't have those things. Too many DPI penalties. Again, 5 turnovers to 0. You're not going to win. You're not going to win this league.
I think that's it. That's it, man. As much as you want to destroy the guy, he's 1,000% correct. Right? But even with that stuff, right? Even with the turnovers, Scatterable doesn't turn it over right there 10 yards from the end zone. They run it back 80 yards, 90 yards, excuse me, whatever it was. The Giants can still win this game, man. It's 14-19. We're driving the ball. We could score a touchdown and be up. That's how the game was, man. The Saints stink. They're not good. But it makes it easy for a team like that if you have no weapons. That's why, to me, like I started off saying, the biggest issue is not the turnover, it's Darius Slayton, because he's not giving you nothing. Nothing. He's supposed to be not wide receiver 1. He's getting $36 million, man. I believe he signed a 3-year, $36 million deal. And he's not even a wide receiver 1, man. He can't even take over with Neighbor. And I'm not saying you're supposed to be exactly like Neighbors, but give us something, man. Can you beat your man one-on-one? He can't even do that. And then you get no pun intended, he threw a dart to you right in between 2 defenders. It hits your hands and you drop it, man. You got to help your quarterback out. You got to make a play. Make a play. He can't put the ball right in your stomach. Look, the quarterback's not going to be perfect like that sometimes. You got to make a play. I don't know. I mean, the Giants are going to have to go out there and find somebody, but I don't know who's out there. Who's out there in free agency? Who's out there? Who's available? I don't know. I don't know who's on the wire. I have no idea who's out there, who's available for the Giants. But that's the problem, guys. That's the problem. It's nothing else. People want to destroy the defense, and it wasn't the defense today, man. It wasn't the defense. It wasn't. You can't turn the ball over 5 times, man. And really, to me, it was key turnovers in key moments. Okay, so all right, so now they're talking about possibly bringing up certain people now, because Slayton now he's got a hamstring. That guy, man, he don't want to play, man. Listen, once these dudes talk about they have a hamstring, they're gonna be out for weeks. That's the oldest trick in the book, man. He knows how he played today. He knows, so now he's got a hammy. Now he ain't gonna be able to move. That's why he didn't come in the rest of the game. Watch, I don't. If he's got a hammy right now, he's not coming back in. Do you guys think he's playing Thursday night against the Eagles? In the city of brotherly love? Is he going to play Thursday night at the Eagles? I doubt it. Because he knows, man. He knows he's stunk it up. All right, so now they're asking about possibility of bringing up certain wide receivers, man, because they realize everyone sees the same thing I see. That's what's hurting the Giants.
Yeah, felt good about where we were at relative to our plan going into the game and what we were going to try to do with the multiple tight ends. So we'll see what happens next week. But you had to know there's a chance you get a situation where we couldn't lose a guy, and what happened? That's obviously a possibility. So there's a possibility you can lose 2 running backs and have no running backs. It's the NFL. There's injuries are going to happen. We had 5 receivers. We had 4 tight ends in case something happened to one of the tight ends to be able to continue in what we were going to use throughout the game. So we'll see how it goes.
He's running out of stuff to say, man. The reality is that I know they took my little Jordan Humphrey, man. They told me I'm bringing him up, But I mean, is he going to make that much of an impact, right? Is he really going to be that? That's why he asked him that question, because they see how limited they are at wide receiver, man. They had 3 wideouts today. They had 4 playing. Had Hyatt, Bo Collins, Wandell, and Slayton. One of them goes down. They have three wideouts. That's why the guy asked him about bringing up little Jordan Humphrey to have 5 wide receivers, because and then it's give and take. It's like, all right, well, should we bring up the running backs or should we bring up wide receivers from the practice squad? I mean, it's just hard to do for the coach. You know what I mean? Like, and I once again, I'm not saying it's not Dable. I'm not saying that, but I know where he's at, how he feels in that situation. Solving the race problem, man. I appreciate you coming through rocking with the LV Live, man. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Oh, new sub, salute. Oh, I appreciate you subscribing, man. Truly, truly appreciate it. Solving the race problem, man. I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew, man. Tough loss for them boys in the Big Easy. 26-14. Brian Burns, 3 tackles, 1 tackle for the loss. So what does Dable do? Like, he said, I tried something different. I tried, I tried to go like the 2 tight end set, right? That didn't work. They took that away, right? So now where do you go from here? Because you see, look, the reality is this: they banked on Slayton to beat, and he ain't that. You see the Cowboys, right? You know why the Cowboys are getting busy the way that they're getting busy? Because they got Pickens out there. George Pickens is getting busy. So even though CeeDee Lamb is not there, George Pickens is so deadly out there that now the quarterback over there, I forgot his name, man. I'm sorry. He can get busy. He could be throwing bombs left and right to Pickens. He could be doing that all day. Like, so now it's, Dak Prescott, excuse me. Now it makes it easy offensively, because now that spreads things out, because you got a guy on the outside that's deadly. So now he can spread the ball around. Giants don't have that right now. Big task. Thank you, Dak. Yeah, I was just slipped my mind, man. I'm sorry. And so that's why Dave, he's kind of running out of things to do, man. He's running out of bodies. And then the guys who he believed in, Wandell, listen, man, I never really truly believed in the kid. He's just too small, and he's not fast enough. Like, if you're small like that, you got to run like a 4.2 40. You got to be like smoking fast like the cheetah. If you ain't that, then really, what do you bring to the table? Because you can't jump over guys, you're too little. Solving the race problem says, serious question. Do you think if we had Al making decisions, knowing down and distance, it would be better than Dable? Al, who you mean Al? Al, or you talking about AI? Is that what you're saying? You talking about AI? Is that what you're saying? You're saying AI? Artificial intelligence? Is that what you're saying? And do you think AI, is that what you're saying, could draft better than Shane? You know what's crazy? Those are great questions, man. And the reality is this. When you're in a bind like this, yeah, I got you. That's a pretty good one. When you're in a pickle like this and guys get injured, what makes you a really good team is you're 2 deep and you're 3 deep, right? Guys that you drafted, guys that can really come in and contribute to where you could steal victories. Things like today shows that Joe Shane hasn't really done a good job with his drafting. Like, he just hasn't. Wandell, I don't think is that good at all. Slayton is not his choice, but he decided to sign Slayton, which a lot of Giants fans weren't really too big of a fan of, because I think Slayton's okay, but he's like a fourth, to me, he's like a fourth receiver. I don't even think he's a wide receiver 3, because he drops so many passes. He's inconsistent. And then they picked up Bo Collins, and once again, right? Then you picked up Deontay Banks, right? I mean, they landed on guys like, of course, Drew Phillips. I think he's solid. A lot of pass interference stuff with him, but he makes a lot of big plays too. Tyler Newton comes up and makes great tackles too, but he's struggling too at times, right? So Jalen Hyatt was a bomb, right? So we got to see exactly what what Theo Johnson turns out to be, right? But all of his picks that he's had, they're average picks, or maybe below average. And as much as I want to try to get on Dable, right? Like, I understand people's frustration with Dable. But one thing with Dable, I think why they gave him another chance is that he was never really given a real opportunity to draft his quarterback, to get a guy to run his offense the way he wants to run it. And I think that's what he did with Jackson Dart, because, stories out there, like I said, the rumors was that the Giants, Joe Shane and management wanted Shedeur Sanders. Dable said, no, I want this kid. He's my guy. And he's been riding with this kid. And I truly think that if we had this kid in here, we beat Dallas in that game. We beat Dallas. And with this kid in the game, and with Neighbors and the offense and how Dable can do it, I think we might have been able to steal that game 1 against Washington. Because what I'm seeing with this kid, Dart has it all, man. He just needs weapons. That's the key. He needs weapons. But when he comes out and he's got certain things he could run, because he's dangerous in the pocket too. So, a big task. Agreed. And the Chiefs too. So these are games that I think the Giants could have had, with Neighbors there, but Neighbors is gone now. And now Slayton's talking about he got a hamstring, right? So now where's the weapons? That's it. You can get teed off on now defensively. So that's why, to me, I kind of give Dable a pass, because he's an offensive guy. He never gave. Remember, he's the one that really was responsible for Josh Allen and his ascension and what he's become. Dable was behind that. So you give this guy, let him get his guy's quarterback, and this kid looks really good, man. He just ain't got no weapons. If it's up to me, I give Dable another year. I give him another year and go to the draft because there's a lot of great wide receivers coming out and load up, get weapons for this kid. I think the defense is fine. I think you want to add maybe a couple of pieces here and there. Definitely a corner to get Banks up out of here. Definitely the corner. I think Cordell Flott has been solid, right? So I thought you tighten up with Phillips and his grabbing and getting penalties. Then you can watch him. I think Adebo has been okay. I thought the safeties has been okay. Certain things you got to work with Newbin, but whatever. The defensive line has been ferocious all year. So I think the defense is there. Just one or two players away. The offense just need weapons on the outside. I think we're good with the running backs. So I don't know. I just think he should be given a chance, considering this is his first time getting his his QB that he wanted. Solving the race problem says Dable hasn't earned the title of offensive guru. The offenses looks terrible with every QB in his system. I don't know, man. Yo, listen, he looks great with Dart, man. Looks good with Dart. He just doesn't have the weapons. Dart, yes, he made some mistakes. He made some rookies' mistakes, but my issue with this, he has no weapons to throw to. So you could see once the defense solving the problem, that's what I'm going to call you, solving the problem, right? Once the defensive coordinator realized that the Giants were coming out in 12 personnel and they couldn't really do anything else because the defensive coordinator is probably going back on the sideline saying this. He's probably saying this. Yo, man, they have nobody out there. We're not worried about Slayton. Forget about him. We're not worried about Wandale Robinson. Forget about them because they can't beat anybody one-on-one. Bo Collins, forget about it. Jalen Hyatt, he's a joke. Yo, man, this is what we're running. So when you're running something like that, it forces that kid to try to make superhero plays and try to force the ball down the field. He has no weapons. But when you give the kid weapons and he has stuff to pick from, you've already seen what he could do. So to me, that's what I thought changed after the Giants scored those first two touchdowns. The defensive coordinator made adjustments based on what the Giants were doing, and he realized that them outside wide receivers aren't even close to being a wide receiver two. They're all wide receiver fours that can't get up, can't get downfield, and can't make catches. As soon as you hit Slayton, he fumbling the ball. The ball hits him in his hands, he dropping it. So so it's easy to scheme. It's easy to scheme. It's easy to do. And then you start to confuse the kid, right? So once again, I can't really say that he made some bad decisions with interceptions, but that's at the end of the game, and he's trying to make a play. The one bad thing was that, you fumbled the ball that time. Big Taz says, I'm not blaming the loss on Phillips, but he commits a lot of major penalties. Yo, listen, he leads the league. He leads the league in that. Remember, he's a second-year guy, Big Taz. So that's something they got to work with him on about his aggression because he plays the slot. So, when you're dealing with the slot, you're dealing with a lot of those speedy guys. So he gets a little bit too handsy. That's something he's going to have to work on during the offseason. But what I do love is Phillips' aggression. He commits a lot of turnovers. He hits a lot of guys really hard. He plays the run really well. He's a ball hawk back there. So you don't want to change his aggressiveness. You just want him to learn how to hone it to where he can be smart and not be so handsy. So solving the problem says, we made the same excuses with DJ. I don't want to go down the path again, giving him excuses about not having weapons. Here's the thing with DJ, right? I don't know if I don't think he fit what Dable wanted to do. I just don't think so. I don't know because Dable dumbed down the offense when they first came here. When he first came here, that's why they went to the playoffs. When he started opening up the playbook, Daniel Jones was having problems reading the field. He was making bad throws, bad decisions, bad. That's not coaching. There's times I was watching again and said, yo, Daniel Jones got to let the ball go. Why is he making bad throws? Like this, that ain't the coach. That's what he's doing. So I once again, I don't think he fit what Dable wanted to do. That's what I'm saying. Now Daniel Jones is in a situation that fits him, that fits what he wants to do. So it's easy what he's doing over there because they're probably running an offense that's more suited for him as opposed to what we do over here. Jackson Dart is more of a Dable type of quarterback. You could see it. He's got that thing with him, man. That's just uncoachable. Daniel didn't have that. He didn't have that. They're different players, and so that's what I'm seeing. All right, actually, we're talking about Jackson Dart, man. Let's listen. Let's go to him. Let's listen to him and hear what he had to say, man. I mean, he's being pretty hard on himself. We'll pull it up right now for you guys. I like the kid, man. I think he has a bright future with this team, and I thought this was a game we was going to win. The way we started off on fire. But once the defensive coordinator went back and made some adjustments, he said, "Okay," and that was it after that. And that's just good coaching. Can't be mad at that. Can't be mad at identifying the team's weaknesses and using that. Okay. Okay, let me go up here. Okay, I see exactly where it is. All right, cool. I'm gonna bring up Jackson Dart here for us. I think the kid's got a bright future, man. I like how he just plays with no fear, man. He was smart today. He was sliding today, which was good. Hey, that was a crazy call, man. That sack, that was nonsense. They called a roughing the passer on them. It's like you can't make tackles anymore in this league, man. The kid wasn't even trying to hurt Jackson Dart. I mean, I take it because I'm a Giant fan. I was happy with it, but I didn't think that was a penalty on them. All right, let's hear from Dart, man. Let's hear what he has to say. I'm sure he's kind of upset about how the game went today, but let's hear from him.
It's hard to get beyond the turnovers, but what do you take out of those first few drives before trying to take something positive out of what we did today?
Yeah, I'm definitely not into like moral victories or things like that. I mean, it's a loss. I don't really care what happened during the game.
I just mean in terms of building on that.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like the whole game we moved the ball just fine. We just had turnovers. Like there wasn't many times where we just got stopped on a 3-and-out. I mean, I thought we were really good in the open field. We just turned the ball over.
Your team is hard to get.
He's 1,000% correct. He's not wrong, man. And I love his attitude. Like, man, look, we lost the game, man. Like, I'm not here to be talking about, what shoulda, coulda, woulda. You know what I mean? He was right. They were moving the ball, man. The defense was getting stops. They were moving the ball, but you can't turn the ball over, man. You just can't. Okay, solving the problem says the coach should be giving the quarterback easy solutions. Look how much time Dart had in the first half and nothing is open downfield. That's coaching. Look how much time Dart had the first half and nothing is open downfield. Yeah, that's coaching on whose end, though. On whose end? Like the line has been great. Nothing's open downfield because those guys can't get open. Solving the problem. Those guys are terrible on the outside. They can't get open. You got to think who he's throwing to, guys. He's not throwing to. He's throwing to like wide receiver fours, man. Guys that are on a practice squad. You're starting to see really how good Slayton and Wan'Dale Robinson is. You take Neighbors out. Like Neighbors opens up a lot of things for those guys because he's an elite guy. He's a top 5 wide receiver in this league. So he goes down to ACL. Now you got a bunch of average dudes or below average dudes out there on the outside. These top corners, these top safeties, these defensive coordinators aren't even afraid of those guys. So none of those guys are going to be open. They bracket those guys. They can't get open. They don't got the skill set to get open. They don't know how to get out of their breaks. They're easy to cover. You throw them the ball, they drop it. Like, you got to think who this guy's throwing to, man. It's difficult. It's not that easy. So yeah, the line could be. I think the line's been playing great. Line's been playing great. Yeah, Rondo. Yep. Yeah, I gotta admit this time. The line has been solid, man. He's had a whole bunch of time, but the guys aren't getting open. They're not getting open. He's downfield. He's trying to pull the trigger, but no one can get open. I mean, it's tough, man. It's not easy, man. It's not easy. It's really, really, really difficult. All right, man. I'm going to bring up Jackson Dart again. Made a lot of good comments, man. I think this kid, he's got a good head on the shoulders, man. I think he's going to do a lot of big things for us. Once again, man, really quick before I do this, let me reset the room, man. Listen, tough loss to them boys down in the Big Easy, 26-14. Giants lose, go down to 1-4. Jackson Dart, 26 for 40, 202 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 INTs. The Giants will be back in action Thursday against the Philadelphia Eagles on Thursday Night Football. I will be going live after that, so please come through and check that out. Calais Patch said, LV, man. LV obviously wants us to continue the garbage talking about keeping Dable another year. This front office and coach staff needs to go. Yo, you know what, Calais Pasher? I feel that way, but about keeping Dable, but it's valid. I can't even sit here and argue with you about that and go back and forth, Calais Pasher. Because I think sometimes you have to make some changes in order to kind of get things to like be, it is what it is, man. You're going to possibly need a new voice there on both ends. I don't think Shane is off limits here either. You did state the front office and coaches that. I totally agree with that. Totally agree. All right, so give me 1 second. Let me bring up Jackson Dart here for you guys. Let's hear from him again. Okay, once again, I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me on this Sunday, man. I know everybody's gonna get ready, get back to it, to the grind tomorrow. But you guys coming through rocking with me tonight, man. I hope everybody's doing well. But I truly, truly appreciate it, man. All right, cool. So let me pull this up here again. Let's hear from Jackson Dart, man.
This was on you. I mean, yeah, I know you had the turnovers and the interceptions. There were other people that contributed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the leader of the offense. So I think that, anytime that those things happen, it kind of falls back on, the leaders. And I take that responsibility, and I'm going to, just continue to have conversations with the guys. And, we're going to clean that stuff up.
Boom. You heard what he said. He said he takes a lot of blame for that, right? Because he said that he's one of the leaders. Where's Slayton in that? He's the longest tenured Giant, if I'm correct, right? Guys, correct me if I'm wrong. But he's been on this team longer than anybody. Shouldn't he be a leader at this point in his career? One guy goes down, shouldn't he step up and he just plays out of his mind today against the Saints that are 0-4? Shouldn't he do that? Make big-time catches to help your quarterback out? So who's a rookie in his second game and first away game in this league? Instead of dropping the ball, 2 big passes and fumbling. You got to be a leader, man. But sometimes, people want to talk it. You got to lead by example. But you can't be fumbling and coming up because now it's like they can't depend on you. You see it, right? You saw the guy was talking to Brian Dable about little Jordan Humphrey. That shouldn't even be a conversation because I'm the guy. I'm the wide receiver 1 since neighbors went down. But who knows if Slayton even sees himself as that? But this kid's taking accountability. Like, yeah, I'm the guy. I'm the quarterback. So it's got to fall on me. No. It shouldn't fall on him, man. He's a rookie, man. He's still figuring this league out. And I thought he gave us a lot of opportunities to win today. On top of the defense. But guys got to make plays for him. They got to make plays. They got to catch the ball. Even he threw out that swing pass over there to Devin Singletary, to Motor. And Motor dropped it. You saw Jackson Dart look at him, right? Rolled his eyes like, yo, come on, man. Like, even that time he made that run, right? Then, Jalen Hyatt picked him up and he said something to him. I think he said to him, yo, you got to block, man. Because he's running upfield. Jalen Hyatt just standing there. He ain't blocking nobody. Guys got to play better around him. They got to step it up. So it's the little things. And so, to your point, Khaled Pasha, it might be time to clean shop across the board. Empty it out, man. Go get a cleaning. It's like you got to clean out the cavity, man. You got to clean it out. I don't know if you're going to pull a tooth out. You're going to put some caps in. I don't know what. You know what I mean? But you got to take care of this cavity, man, because it's insane. It's rotten, a rotten tooth. Destroy and rebuild, man. I mean, that's what it sounds like. because there's a stench in there, man, of just loser stuff. And it's starting to spill over with guys fumbling, just do because we had this game, guys. We had this game to win. We were dominating these guys, and then we just started doing stuff. But the stuff we were doing was coming from the veterans, man, the vets, who should know how to win on the road. You see, Wandell can't get open. Slayton's dropping passes. Illuminor is getting like 20 penalties. Like, I mean, just think about it, guys. Like these, you know what I mean? Come on. So you got to play better to help this guy out. Ronald says starting trading for draft picks. Yo, man, listen, man. Look, they got to get weapons for this kid. But then again, Rondo, if these guys are gone, the coaching staff, based on my man Cali Pasha, right? Then what? Whoever the new head coach is, you know what I mean? Depends on what he wants to do or what he sees or whatever that looks like. You know what I'm saying? And so that plays a major role with it too. Because whoever's there, whoever's the new head guy in charge, or of course the new GM and all that stuff, like it's just it's just tough. It's just tough to figure out, just tough to do. All right, people. Listen, let me get up out of here. Listen, tough loss tonight. Listen, everybody enjoy their Sunday. Don't let the Giants bring you down. All right, we got to start off the new week. Before you know it, there'll be a turnaround. Listen, we got two big things coming up, guys. We got the Knicks on Thursday and the Giants. So you'll be getting probably 2 shows from LV, man. So we'll see what we can do, man. I mean, we'll do one show that day, another show Friday. We'll see. We'll kind of figure it out. We've been pretty busy this week. Sports is pretty much moving. The Yanks are in the playoffs. So it's a lot of great things going on in sports, man. So let's kind of keep things going in a positive way, even though the Giants lost today. Hopefully, we can steal one in the city of brotherly love on Thursday. All right, people, listen, that's my show. I'm out of here. Please hit that like button for your boy. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people, right? Also, too, if it's your first time coming through Rock on Me and you're watching this on a replay game, please subscribe to the channel. And also, too, please share it. And please leave comments because I do respond to comments. All right, people, well, listen, that's my show. I'm LV Live. I will be back Thursday for the Giants and Knicks. So please come through and check me out. All right, people, enjoy your night. Let's get back to that grind on Monday, man. All right, I'm LV Live and I'm out of here, people. Peace.